everyone. Welcome to episode number 4 of We've Got the Keys, Mortgage Talk with the Broad Squad. We're very excited to be with you once again this month, and we have a fun little game planned for the month. If you haven't checked out our other videos, we have 3 others. Go ahead and check out the channel, like, subscribe, and share our content also. So today what we're going to do is play 2 truths and a lie. Each person is going to have 3 scenarios. One of them is a lie. And we're going to turn this into a little bit of a game to determine who's the best judge of the lie. So I'm going to start this out with Suzanne. She's going to start out with her 2 truths and a lie, and we'll find out which one's a lie.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Because you know me.
Yeah.
So we're keeping track
Yes?
of who gets what right.
Who's keeping
Yes.
track?
And whoever gets the most are off
Oh.
our beautiful marketing producer, Chelsea. And then we get a prize.
Okay.
Whoever wins gets a prize.
Yes.
Okay.
We like prizes too.
Competition.
Competition.
Oh. Okay.
All right.
Ready, ladies?
Yes.
Ready. Now, don't laugh.
So which one is a lie?
No talking about yourselves about it.
All right.
Okay. So, this buyer came to closing with no money and actually received money back. Ooh. Wouldn't that be great? Okay. So, this buyer, they financed all their closing costs into a purchase loan. Get a load of that. Wonder if that can be really done. Let's think about it. All right. Well, seeing how with the mortgage rates, and talk of inflation and so forth, there's been a lot of talk amongst my agents, one of mine in particular, and we were talking about gas prices versus mortgage rates, right? Which is better for inflation and for the economy as a whole. So lower gas prices has a more direct short-term effect on lowering inflation than lower mortgage rates. Something to think about. What's better for us short-term?
Wait, which one's a lie?
I think I know the answer.
Okay,
Well,
so
we gotta-
which one is
We gotta
the
put up. We
lie?
gotta put up our. You couldn't say.
That's
We've
like
got, there we go. We're on. Okay. What do you have, Laura? 3? But that's actually true.
Yes.
So Bonnie and Tina, correct.
Yay.
A buyer financed all their closing costs into the purchase of a loan. Nah, not quite. A lot of people do think that, though. I'll get many calls where they'll say, well, my friend, they included all of their costs into their mortgage. And then I'll sit down and I'll be like, well, on a refi, yes, but on a mortgage purchase, you're going to need at least a down payment, your closing costs, and your full year of taxes. So you're going to come to closing with some money, right? Now, what could happen is you could have a seller's concession that could cover some of those costs. And, maybe they had a 0 down payment loan. So they might have had very minimal come to closing and thought it was being financed in. But actually, no, that's wrong. You cannot finance your closing costs into a purchase mortgage.
I literally was talking to a client last night. First time home. And she literally said to me, well, that's okay. I'll just go to my bank and take out a loan for the rest of the closing costs that I don't have. And I said, no, you won't.
No.
But we do have not-for-profit agencies such as Pathstone that does give qualified closing cost loans that are acceptable to use. And I know Pathstone goes up to $10,000, and I've used it for a lot of my clients. So
Yeah.
you can't go to your own bank. You can't go up to GRB and sit down with one of the bankers and say, I'd like to take out $10,000 to cover closing costs. You can't do that. But you certainly, we have other ways to be creative.
Yes. Yep.
So the first question, just, the buyer came to closing with no money and actually received money back. I had that actually happen.
So did I.
It was a USDA loan a few years ago when we were seeing more USDA loans.
Yeah.
Right? Again, 0 down payment. And because he had given an earnest money deposit, that's kind of like you giving money ahead of time, and it goes towards a credit towards all your costs. And he also received a seller concession. And so at the end, when it was all factored in, he actually got some of that deposit back. So it was really quite a win-win. He was very surprised.
Yep.
So I'll never forget that. He calls me up. Are they sure they're right? I'm not bringing money to closing. He's like, I'm bringing my checkbook just in case.
Aw.
I'll never forget it.
That's great.
It's a great story.
That is a great story. Yep.
So, well, there you have it, girls.
All right.
That's good.
Okay.
Tina, you're up.
Okay.
1-1.
2 truths and a lie.
Oh, great.
Okay. So, truth number 1. One time, I went to an open house to visit I should stop spinning. To visit a realtor and introduce myself. And they were just opening, and the steps were super, super icy. So, I went to the store and got him salt for the steps. And he promised to refer me a deal, and he never did. So that's 1.
Well, that could be true.
Number 2 is someone once uploaded a photo of a cookbook into their loan application under where it said driver's license.
Okay. I believe that.
And number 3, I have gone to a closing wearing pajama pants. Which one is a lie?
Oh, that's tough knowing Tina. I know.
Let's see. No, I believe she wore pajama pants.
I could believe it, but I really don't believe it.
I think one.
I think I agree with Bonnie.
I have never worn pajama pants to a closing,
All right.
but I wear them everywhere else. Everything else was true. Everything else was true. Your
All
turn.
right, shall I go?
You're up.
So Bonnie, wait.
So wait a second.
Bonnie's got 2 points.
Yes.
Point, 1 point.
0.
Oh,
I only had one question.
That's right.
sample rally.
Okay, we'll see what we do here. Okay. A client contracted to build a home with a finish date in October. They did not close and move into the home until January.
Holy moly.
I have a client using the University of Rochester's 1055 grant, and an accepted offer was received even though it was a multiple offer situation. A very well qualified client put in multiple offers on homes, received 2 accepted offers, and rescinded both of the offers. This was all within the last year.
Wow. Those are good 2 truths and a lie.
Wow.
All right.
Which one's the lie?
I'm going with this.
Oh, Laura.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have showed everybody.
No.
Well, that's your opinion.
Okay. All right, ready? What's the lie?
What's the lie?
Tina's correct.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Good.
Really?
Yes, true on the new build. And, when you're building a home, there are things that can happen.
Sure.
Sometimes, contractors work very hard to try to stay on time frames and track their work. However, sometimes there are delays, whether it be products that did not come in on time. Most of the builders do stay on track quite well, but occasionally you come across that situation. That's a little bit of an abnormal one. If you're going to close late because of delays, it's usually a few weeks, not 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
But that is true. The lie, which was the client got an accepted offer with the grant. Unfortunately, she has not. Grant, this is a fantastic grant with the U of R because if you work for the University of Rochester, they give you $10,000, $5,000 comes from the city, and $5,000 comes from GRB. So it's a really fantastic grant. But with the way that the market has been here, it's been very, very difficult to get accepted offers utilizing grants like that. There are some contingencies with that grant for inspection and whatnot, and the market just is not bearing that right now. However, at some point, she'll probably get an accepted offer if something happens to go beyond delayed negotiation. But
Yeah.
and then the last one is actually a true story. This market is absolutely nuts. And if you get an accepted offer, you are grateful beyond belief. This particular client had more than 2 accepted offers that she rescinded, but they were prior to me working with her. The first one that she rescinded with me, the agent did sever the relationship with her because that's a very difficult thing to do in a market like that, and the realtor's reputation is also on the line. The second agent that got her an accepted offer also removed himself from that situation as well. And I am no longer working with the client. So,
Okay.
all right, Laura.
Two truths and a lie. Okay, number 1, you can change jobs and still close on your mortgage. Number 2, you can close your bank account and still close on your mortgage. Number 3, you can make more money being a self-employed contractor, so it's okay to change jobs and still close on your mortgage. Which one is a lie?
Okay. Let's say that again. Read the last one again.
You can make more money being a self-employed contractor, so it's okay to change jobs and become self-employed and close on your mortgage. Look at this. We have such great loan officers at GRB. All
do that.
3 of them are correct. Number three is the lie.
Number
Please
3.
do not change from a W-2 wage earner where you get a pay stub and a W-2 and become self-employed. I had a customer that reached out last month, and that happened, and quickly went back to the previous job with the pay stub and W-2. So all's well that ends well, but please understand that when you change from being a pay stub employee to being a self-employed contractor, you need a 2-year history of self-employment to be able to move forward with the mortgage. And all's well that ends well. But yeah,
Thankfully, you could go back to the W-2 job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucky.
So it's time for us to start wrapping up for this month. So we're going to pick what we're going to do for the next month.
Didn't we say we had a prize?
Oh, that's true.
That's it.
Oh, it's high. Oh, look at.
What did we get?
We got a plant.
I love plants.
Chelsea doesn't know that I kill house plants.
I love plants. I'm so excited.
Oh, that's wonderful.
What color?
Thank you, Chelsea.
Oh, a jade. Oh, I like jade plants. Yes, thank you.
Dated from Rachel's desk.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic.
You'll be
Yes.
expected to bring that back alive next month.
Yes.
I will.
Yes.
Unless
Okay.
Photos of it.
I'm gonna try very hard.
Unless you're out of.
Oh, look at that. We all got a jade plant. I have the activity wheel.
Okay.
And Tina has the informational wheel.
Is that what we call it?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll call it the informational
You
wheel.
go first.
Okay.
Pop the topic.
And what kind of activity are we going to do next month?
Themed set day.
Themed set day.
What the heck does that mean?
Wow.
Themed
Do we all have
set
to dress
day.
up like Wizard of Oz or something?
I don't
Do you
know.
pick it? So we pick the theme? So we're going to be June. What's June?
Themed
Can we make that
set
July?
day.
Do 4th of July?
No, the wheel rules.
The wheel
Okay.
rules.
Okay, so now it's the topic. Ready? I'm so excited to spin this. What is it?
Well, we can't do that.
Two truths and a lie. No.
Can't
Nobody
do
wants to
it.
see that again. Oh my god.
Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
That's haunting us.
Oh, debt to income.
Oh,
My
this is a
favorite
good
topic.
one.
Income.
Debt to
DTI.
income.
All right. Debt to
All
income.
right.
That's a scary
Okay.
topic.
That is, I think we're gonna talk numbers for sure.
Are we going to
All
sing
right.
this time?
So for June, we have theme set and we have debt to income ratios. So
We've got the keys.
we've got the keys.
Everybody
We
get
got the dance. We've got the keys.
Oh, that's really sad.
Yes, it's very sad. You're the singer here. Thank you once again for joining us this month. Like I said in the beginning, if you haven't checked out our other videos, please go to our YouTube channel. We've got the keys and check them out.
Like and
Like, subscribe, ding the bells, push the buttons, do
Comment,
all
ask
that stuff.
questions.
Yes, ask questions. We love comments. Want to hear some comments. But thank you again for joining us this month, and we'll look forward to June. Bye everybody. Bye.